My attention-seeking mother-in-law wants me to dye my naturally red hair for my wedding so she can be the only cheaply dyed fake redhead in wedding pictures! My fiancé and I got engaged within 6 months of knowing each other. We promptly moved across the country for my career, 1,500 miles away from both of our families. This flipped a switch with my mother-in-law because she started acting really cruel towards me even though we previously had an amicable relationship. Although her 30-year-old son was in the military for 10 years and hasn't lived in the same state as her since he was 18, she'd always had a dream of him moving back home and raising her grandchildren nearby. She blames me for taking her dream away from her. Well, recently, she texted me this weekend asking what I planned on doing to my hair for my wedding. I sent her back a few hairstyle photos I had saved from Pinterest as inspiration. She corrected herself and said she meant my hair color. What would I be doing to my hair color? I said, nothing. This is my natural color and I've never altered it chemically. If I ever desire to do so, it certainly won't be right before the most photographed day of my life. She then replied, don't you think people will think it's weird you have the same hair color as your fiancé's mother? I just don't want you having to explain it to your family that we match. I told her no one was going to think that because my whole family has natural red hair and it was just a coincidence that she dyed her hair the same color as my family. She doesn't respond until 2 days later with, I'm still upset you're not listening to me about your hair color. I really don't want anyone judging us for matching. Please reconsider. My sister already said it would be hard to tell you and I apart in a family wedding photo. I just don't want to put my son in an uncomfortable position. I was at a loss of how to answer her. Is she really implying her son is somehow going to be sexually attracted to her because we have the same hair? I'm keeping my fiancé out of this because he's stressed enough from the wedding planning and he's not close with his mother, but I don't know how to proceed. Edit. I texted her back and it took a turn for the worst. A day later, I told her that I was confident our hair color won't be on anyone's mind during the reception and if she sent me her sister's number I would clear things up with her. My mother-in-law got really defensive and said that I didn't need to speak to her because other family members agreed it's awkward for everyone that we match. I kept trying to control the situation but she said she's been a redhead ever since she survived chemo in 2013. She's proud to have her red hair because there was a point in her life where she didn't even know if she was going to be alive for her son's wedding, let alone have hair for it. She said, you don't understand how big this day is for all of us now that he's home safe. You're marrying his family, not him. Pretty sure I'm marrying only him. She then told me that she will not be told I cannot have red hair at my son's wedding. I was confused because I never said she had to dye her hair, but she insisted it was implied and that I think it should be her who dyes it, but I can't make her do that because she worked hard for her hair so it's not fair. I told her the more redheads the merrier and she shouldn't spend another second worrying about it. She responded, well, that's easy for you to say when you live far away and choose not to spend time with me or my family anymore, but I have to be here and answer to everyone that is upset we have the same hair color. You don't understand surviving cancer, being proud of it in your son. The only logical reply here is what the F are you talking about? I don't even know what the argument is about anymore, but she's still very adamant that she is the center of attention. Not putting down any cancer survivor that fought hard for their life, but according to my fiancé, she had a positive biopsy in her breast and they found very early stage cancer which was treated with 1 round of chemo/radiation. Apparently, she sent out a last will and testament then told everyone she had minimal time left to live after being told by her medical team that they were almost positive she would have a full recovery with no adverse effects. This also reminded me of her suggestion to have a pink theme to honor her and have wedding favors with a pink ribbon on them in her honor. I'm taking the unalive her with kindness route because I don't want screenshots of nasty messages sent around. She's done this to my fiancé before and it's a big part of why they aren't close anymore. This is just about her playing the victim and wanting to be the center of attention. I'm still at a loss for words for a reply. Update, she dyed her hair bright pink for my wedding.